In this section, we cover the old Central Bahn main line to the west of Olten, out to Oensingen. We begin at Hagendorf, before calling into other locations seen here on our map, finishing at Oensingen. Hagendorf is just east of a major railway engineering centre, where track including point work is produced for the railways. It is also near to the large postal distribution centre at Harkingen. Heading of postal service is 420 347. Shunting the engineering works is Mack Class AM842 diesel number 001. It is one of 4 that operate in Switzerland. It has a diesel engine that produces 1120 kilowatts of power. The loco weighs 60 tonnes and was built in 1992. Fairly rare power for this line is this DB Cargo Class 185, one out of a large group of the class that are passed to work in Switzerland. They are more common on the Gotthard route and onwards up to Mannheim in Germany. As we've already seen during our visit to Rupperswil a little earlier on, tank trains from the distribution plant at Cornell are common on these routes. Locally based Class 923 number 002 heads west. This is the 1315 from Geneva to Zürich. Another tank train. Most of these go to various distribution centres around Zürich, as well as another facility on the route down towards Lucerne. Class 620s are common on this line, sometimes seen in tandem with a Class 420. Also shunting the engineering plant was Class 232 shunter number 312. From lunchtime onwards, expect at least one postal working each hour. Most trains are in the hands of freight sector Class 420s, sometimes with another one dead in train, such as seen here. There are more and more private operators in Switzerland using ex-SBB traction these days. Take this train for example of empty tank wagons, powered by 43112 and 421379. We now move 1 kilometre to the east and to our second location at Hagendorf. Vectrons in the Class 193 series are not that common away from the mountain pass routes, so the appearance of 193660 on this line was a pleasant surprise. Another typically short train of refrigerated containers heads west. Vectron number 476457, another one of the 7 operated in Switzerland by Railcare. These Vectrons are seen on this line every day, especially on the co-op trains to and from Oensingen. Intercity services are almost totally in the hands of Class 500 units. They mainly operate to and from Geneva Airport. Believe it or not, Class 460s are another class that are actually very rare on this line, although extremely common at Olten, just a few kilometres to the east. This one is on a track measurement train. This is the 8th freight train that we saw in the hour that we were here next to the line. Local passenger trains operate at 30-minute intervals in each direction. Track panels make up the majority of this train, which has just departed the nearby engineering works. The train will work to Limmattal Yard near Zürich, where it will be split for other destinations across the country. Moving west, we get to our next station at Egerkirchen, with our filming position shown on the map. The date is the 6th of September 2022 at just before 10 to 7 in the morning. Sleepy commuters gather on the platforms, waiting for this service bound for Bienne. The wagons on the left are in reserve storage, as this Zurich-bound intercity train passes our camera. Not far behind was 923015, heading for the sidings at the Postal Distribution Centre at nearby Harkingen, the wide cab giving plenty of room for the driver. The 620064 has charge of this train. The unit was followed by 2 freights in quick succession, the first powered by 476457. (620.071) was next. It would take about 2 minutes for the last train to reach Oberbuchsitten station, our next stop on this line. 420, 300 and 158 are the first to break the silence as they head west. Passenger train action next as 523048 arrives with the 0721 from Biel to Olten. A pair of Class 500s head the other way. There are 93 Class 523 units in operation with SBB for use on local regional stopping services. The sets weigh a combined 80 tonnes. They have a top speed of 100 miles per hour and a total length of some 74 metres. They were built by Stadler over a fairly long timescale between 2005 and 2019. There are 21 dual voltage units equipped for 3000 volt DC operation into Italy. Our last location on this stretch of line comes from the station at Oensingen, our furthest point west. The station is situated on a curve, with unfortunately not many good views of the main running lines. 523048 has charge of the 835 from Olten to Biel. It was followed by this track machine, probably on its way to Solothurn. (42283) is operating this pickup freight and will work to the sidings at Wangen by Olten before returning later on in the day. This is a service bound for Olten.